What is going on, guys? Politics Gaming here, and today we are going to be playing the political process while also discussing some current events going on right now in the world. So everyone, welcome to the live stream. Today we're going to go ahead and switch this over, and we're going to go ahead and get right into it. So today I'm going to be playing the political process, but at the same time I will be discussing a couple of key issues going on right now in the United States, as well as the world. As you know, that there is a big epidemic, or can we call it a pandemic now, in the world right now, called the coronavirus. If you guys know about the coronavirus, you will know, yeah, what a combination, Joshua. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I think it would be a good combination, doing podcasts while also playing the coronavirus. Well. Playing the political process while also discussing key issues in the world and the United States, and maybe even other countries in the world, could actually be a good podcast idea for me. Warren Harper, does that sound good? If anyone can actually get me a name for this, then I could that would help me out. Victor Harper? What kind of things are we looking at? Victor Forrest. Adrian, Wesley Forrest, Daniel Forrest, Javier, Joe Forrest, Joe Biden. Can we do Joe Biden? Maybe Jake from State Farm could be his name. But everyone, welcome to the live stream. It is Wilmer Forrest. Oh, actually, Wilmer Forrest sounds fun. Let's go ahead and make him a 25-year-old Democrat. We're going to be playing in I don't know the things, because I actually have an idea of where I was going. I actually asked someone beforehand about where I should be coming out of. They wanted me to be a Democrat out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Forrest Gump, Arthur Forrest. Okay, yeah, actually that's a really good name. So we're gonna go with Arthur Forrest. Thank you, Jake, for that. Appearance, let's go ahead and randomize this appearance. Actually, that one looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and change that hair color. Can we actually go for a little browner? Actually, that's a pretty good appearance right there. Then accessory. Should we be a Democrat or a Republican? Is that... I believe a lot of people are going to ask me to be a Republican, more so because I believe that they are. I do have a lot of let's go ahead and put his savings at about $2.5 million. Warren is asking me to be we got two people asking me to be a Democrat. So just as originally planned, we are going to go with the Democrat. Then yes to minimum wage. Let's go ahead and do some policy presets. We're going to go with lower taxes, but are willing to spend money on some programs such as the military. Let's go with the conservative fiscal policy. And then liberal social policy. So let's go ahead and check through these. Yes to minimum wage. Yes to more good on poverty. Maintain decrease lower income taxes, maintain middle income, and then increase upper income. Democrat for state legislature, Republican for Congress and Senate and governor. Unironically wins on Iron Man mode or normal. Do you support flat tax? We are going to support a flat tax. We're going to say yes to background checks, no to stricter gun laws, no to higher capacity bans, opposing banning of sale of assault weapons. God, I keep jumbling my words up. Do you support or oppose deadly force laws? I'm going to go ahead and oppose those for now. Do you support or oppose free community college? We're going to support increasing salary for public school teachers. Do you support or oppose a path to citizenship for illegal immigrants? And just as I'm doing this, let's go ahead and check on, I need to check my settings. So we're good on that. Do you support or oppose a path to citizenship for illegal immigrants who meet certain requirements? We're going to oppose. We're going to support tightening security at the border. Well, actually, let's go ahead and support that. These are not my views, by the way. These are just kind of to have a little fun with our guy. But yeah, everyone, welcome to the live stream. If you are here, go ahead and leave a comment, suggestions on what kind of policies we should be adopting. And then once I actually get through all these character developments, we're going to start talking about the cases today. Support or opposing reducing the income gap. We're going to support legalizing same-sex marriage and same government benefits for married couples. We're going to support recreational marijuana. We oppose making abortions illegal, and then we are pro-choice. We oppose defunding reproductive health programs. We oppose cutting food stamps. We support Social Security, and then here comes to energy. These are going to be my presets that I usually like to go with. Hey, John F. Kennedy, thank you for that. I don't know why everyone thinks that you're dead. It's kind of a key issue that I'm gonna have to talk about. But does anyone think that John F. Kennedy is dead? Pro-life PACs brings good money. Same with pro-choice. Yeah, we're going to be going after that. And then if you guys have any state suggestions about what state I should be coming out of, I have a suggestion for Arkansas, and Arkansas is going to be my first thing that I'm actually going to want to come out of. But if you guys have any more interesting suggestions, then please let me know. All right, so energy. We're going to do more emphasis on solar, wind. We're going to do equal on natural gas. We're going to do less on oil. We're going to do more on nuclear. And we're going to do equal on coal. We're going to say that the economy is more important than environment. We are going to say humans are a cause of climate change. We are going to oppose limiting greenhouse gases. Let's go ahead and support that. Let's oppose implementing policies. Well, okay, let's support that. Mandatory controls we're going to oppose. Mandatory things I do not support. Do you support or oppose spending more money on development? We're going to say support. We're going to say spending federal money on alternate sources of fuel for automobiles. We're going to support. We're going to support using federal land for oil exploration. We're going to support. Do you support or oppose increasing auto? We're going to oppose. And then do you support or oppose policies to reduce U.S. carbon emissions? We're going to support that. Democrat from Oklahoma Panhandle? Maybe. Definitely a workout in the 553R greater representative or greater country district state. We are going to increase military spending. We are opposed to a single-payer universal healthcare program, and then we're going to support the expansion of Medicaid. We ended up coming out as a liberal fiscally and socially. We have $2.5 million in the bank, and then we are going to start in the state house. So let's go over here, check over all of these. Let's go ahead and put him down to the age of 23. Oh, 53R. Okay, I get it. Appearance, let's go ahead and change his eye color. Kinda want some blue eyes right here. Now let's keep him brown. No money, loads problem. Everyone's asking me, no, Jake, you're just, what? Why are you telling me to start with no money? I need money. Okay, let's start with $500,000. Fine. 187,000 in savings. PG confirmed Nazi. Shut the hell up, boy. It makes it better. Okay, fine. We're going to start with 0 money. The only reason I kind of start myself with some money is literally because, like, you know, it's... I mean, obviously, you're going to have some money. But since I am actually starting in the state legislature, I'm going to go ahead and start with 0. Alright, so then we're going to be starting off in one of the states. If you guys have any suggestions, yeah, it's not like you won't fundraise or get packs. Yeah, true, that's what I kind of thought about. What kind of state should we be starting in? I have a suggestion for Arkansas. They want to start me out of Pulaski County. But if you guys have any other suggestions, then I am definitely down for that. I mean, you need to do money for the first poll. Missouri, got Kansas, we got Arkansas. Arkansas is going to be Pulaski County. Okay, I'm stupid. Pulaski County. Then we can be doing like Arkansas. Or start in Oklahoma and take over Texas, then proclaim Greater Oklahoma. Hell yes, John F. Kennedy. Thank you so much for that. We could actually run for Texas. I mean, we could probably try to get some support among Republicans over in Texas. Since we are a Democrat, we can have a strong holding in places such as Maryland. We got New York. We can come out of New York State, Pennsylvania, Michigan. Michigan was going to be my second one, actually. Illinois is kind of something, because the only strong county that we can come out of is going to be Cook County. We got Arizona, Washington, Oregon, Minnesota is also another one, Region 3 House Campaign Committee. I think Illinois. We got Ohio, which is a battleground state. Indiana is also a really cool one. Wisconsin, probably. South Carolina is also another thing that I've been looking at. Virginia. Everyone always wants me to do Virginia. Liberal is good for Michigan, Ohio, and Florida. Okay, Michigan. So let's go ahead and see what kind of counties we got in Michigan. Get Grand Rapids. Believe Grand Rapids is in this area right here. I know it's more of a Republican area. We got Oakland County. Monroe County, Wayne County, which is Detroit. So, kind of, maybe Oakland County could actually be a really good one. It's more competitive. Got 1.2 million people, 10.3% poverty rate. It's 50 to 45, and then we got an independent base of about 5%. So we still have to campaign, and we won't be golden in certain elections, especially on a county level. We are still, again, out of the state legislature, and these are only going to be going into, like, you know, the elections that we have to deal with every couple of years. Yeah, let's go ahead and try out Oakland County. So then... I actually do not know anything about Oakland County, so let's try Google Maps and see what kind of cities we got in Oakland County. Got Pontiac, that's it, Pontiac. So we can go out of Pontiac. Yeah, let's go. We're gonna go ahead and do Oakland County, and then we're gonna do Pontiac. Then, yeah, that's going to be it. Again, we got school board, 7063. We're going to be doing out of State House District 35, State Senate District 41. What about 11, 13, 15... Okay, we're going to be in a... Okay, let's go ahead and go with State Senate District 11. And then congressional district is going to be a very, very competitive. We have a run for federal house. Pontiac. All right. We're going to be starting in... Let's go ahead and start in 2019. Actually, let's just go ahead and start in 2015 and see what the presidential election says, because we're going to have a couple other elections that we're going to be able to deal with on the way. CD11 is pretty flippy, hell yeah. And then our Jason Kai is going to be our guy. And then let's go ahead. Traditional social values. Let's go ahead and do the Moderate Democratic Coalition. And then on the Michigan State House, we're going to go ahead and go for the Judiciary Committee and Energy and Environment. Actually, instead of that, let's go ahead and go for... Let's go for the Human Services Committee. And then all of these committees still have no availability right now. We're going to continue on that. And then hopefully we don't have to... Okay, yeah, only city elections, local elections are going to be happening over here. Yeah, no bills that go through them. Yeah, that's why I was like, I really want to pick something that there are still going to be a couple of bills that are going to be going through. Welcome to the state legislature. I'm glad to have you a part of our caucus. I'll be the chair of the committee this year. Whenever new legislation comes to the floor, I will let you know my opinion about the legislation, and then that's going to help us get better political points in the future. Let's follow his capable leadership and him as well. All right, we already have a couple of things. Let's check on... Let's continue. Let's go over here, campaign. And then we have, in the new update, we actually have archived elections. So we see every single relevant election. 2012 elections, a Democrat won. Difference is North Carolina was actually won by the Republicans. Maine, right here, Florida. What kind of other differences are we looking at? Ohio, Indiana. Okay, let's see what kind of state legislature we are looking at. State Senate is controlled by the Republicans 26-12. State House is controlled by the Republicans 57-53. So we're going to be very, very committed to trying to get some of these things actually looked at. Floor debates, Medicaid expansion. So he wants to eliminate Medicaid expansion in the state of Michigan, reducing the number of people with access to healthcare services. Let's look at the legislative vote, which is already about Medicaid expansion. We're going to oppose that piece of legislation, but unfortunately it did pass 61-49. But yeah, in any case, what I was going to be talking about today is actually going to be, things like the coronavirus. We're going to be talking about things such as the 2020 election. So in the case of the coronavirus has 105,000 active cases right now, along with 3,500 people that are dead and 58,000 that have actually recovered from it. Most of these cases are actually coming out of China, which China only has 52 or 22,000 active cases. More and more of the actual cases are actually starting to come out of more European countries. So that's actually a big thing. I'm actually trying to come over here and I'm trying to find, where is it? Oh, okay, events, automated events. Do we want to do that? Yes. Let's do that for 90% for fundraising for our own campaign and then fundraising for the political party. Then we got tax reform. This establishes and begins collecting on income tax. This is for establishing that and then eliminating the flat tax. So, amendment. We got an amendment for that. Okay, that's the amendment that she actually proposed. 3.5, 4.9, 5.5, and then eliminating the flat tax. Oh, that's... we have... no, let's go ahead and say no to that. Because I actually kind of agree with that. Figures the GOP would have a flat tax. Yeah, right? But we do have a Democratic governor. That's another thing. Full-day kindergarten. Raising $224 for the Democratic Party. Full-day kindergarten, do we want to support that? The state will pay for half of the expense. Mandates that all schools must provide access to full-day kindergarten. The state will pay half the expense. And then let's go ahead and support that. 60 to 50. Yeah, that actually passed. So we did get Republican support, which is actually mandated if we want to pass anything right now. Let's go to the next day. Free community college. And then unemployment insurance. Decreases unemployment benefits from $6,150 to $53.81. Unemployment insurance. Let's go ahead and support that. No, wait, hang on. That's an amendment. Reduction in state poverty. Let's cancel that. Unemployment insurance. Let's support that decrease. Republicans are definitely going to support that. And then free community college, we're going to support that as well. It narrowly passes the House 56 to 54. Because we had 6 Republicans actually come over across the aisle and actually help us with that. Yeah, I know, sometimes whenever I'm looking at it, I actually completely forget whether it's asking me to amend it or the complete opposite. Let's go to the next turn. Events. We're going to go ahead and do 100% for that. Contacts, National Education Union. Let's go ahead and start introducing ourselves to a couple of these unions. 100% Trust. National Labor Union. Organization for Gun Rights. National Commerce Conglomerate. Medical. Nurses. And then we go to packs, start doing some clean energy packs. Get a lot of people to start giving me some money. Environment. Pro-life. So yeah, but with anyone listening right now, what are your thoughts on the coronavirus, and what kind of things are your thoughts about it, like about panic buying, about a lot of the things that have been going on with the coronavirus? I have a couple opinions about it. It's pretty interesting to watch all of these things happen. Okay, so the National Democrats actually like me a lot more. Let's go ahead and get some congressional Democrat money as well. We have 62% approval rating. That's actually pretty interesting. Then poverty, minimum wage. State minimum wage is $8.50. Let's go ahead and increase that to $9. Summary, and then we have a lot of things going through. Yeah, see, I'm actually hearing a lot of things about it being a bioweapon. I want some Lyme disease to go with mine. Oh my god, shut up. I actually am hearing a lot of things about the coronavirus being a bioweapon. I honestly think that's very ignorant to even say that it is a bioweapon. It really isn't. Like, there's absolutely no proof that it is a bioweapon. Because, you know, it's just not... Did it not pass committee, the thing? I don't think it did. Because my guy... Did I cancel it? I must have canceled it. Okay, let's go to legislation. Let's go to poverty. Let's increase the minimum wage to $9 an hour. Okay, there we go. HR 10. Okay, yeah, that's because they refused to grant my bill of hearing. Damn it. Let's go over to profile. This guy, 250 political points, state representative, saving 6,228. They canceled the Benton Film Festival because of the coronavirus appearing in Arkansas. To be honest, it's apparently yet another mutation caused by humanity's irreversible climate destruction, causing close habitation with animals that carry disease, and thus resulting in mutation to a human infectious strain. Legislation news. Republican majority. Yes. Hell yes. Republican majority. So we're about a year out from the presidential election. And then new elections for... says that if you look at China, it looks like another way for governments to crack down on their populations, put the world in world governments. See, I think the reason the Chinese are actually having such a good time actually containing the coronavirus is actually because of city has defeated Republican nominee for mayor, Vanessa Hope. Okay, so we have city elections to look forward to, so I'm going to be watching all of those. Mayor runs unopposed. I've actually never been able to run, automatically become the Democratic nominee for the upcoming general election, having no challenger in the primary. Has been rejected by the school board with a vote of 3-4. There are non-senator candidates with the new update. Yeah, I know, I actually have been paying attention to it. It's pretty interesting. And then we're going to be watching over the presidential primaries coming up. So elections, federal, president. So here's the candidates on the Republican and primary, and Republican and Democratic. So we're going to be watching over their delegates here soon. Dan Albert has withdrawn from the Republican presidential campaign. So what did I miss? You have not missed much. We're just talking about the coronavirus, and then I'm playing the political process at the same time. Let's go ahead and get some legislation passed. I know a couple of things that we can actually pass. Let's go ahead and increase the tobacco tax to $2.15. So hopefully he allows it. Abstinence-only education. Yikes. Okay, so my bill has been granted a hearing, HR 12. Your legislation has been rejected by the committee with 7-12. Okay. Establishes abstinence-only sex education. Let's oppose that. 63-47 because we had a lot of Democrats go over across the aisle. It sucks. Hopefully someone gets rid of that in the future. Governor opposes. Okay, she's gonna veto it. Let's go over to news. Let's watch the progress of that piece of legislation. Okay, so it has been vetoed. But what is going on, Zach? Welcome to the live stream. You need to build up your influence. Yes, I know. It's something I need to do. I also need to get my name recognition up because there's over 1.2 million people in the county, so... Renewable energy tax credit. Do we have a carbon tax? Education. Academic grants. Primary education funding. Grants to low-income school districts. Let's go ahead and do 125% of the poverty level with $500 per low-income student. Did not make it out of committee 9-10. Okay, let's pass something else. City police grants. Abstinence is only going to increase pregnancy dropout rates. Best time to get sick from the virus is now before all the hospital beds are full. That's assuming that it's going to explode, you know? I really don't know. Social services. We're not funding social services? Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and pass that. I think that's gonna get passed. Yep, it did. Arthur Forrest, this establishes the program. I cannot believe that the state of Michigan is not doing that. Would help the most vulnerable members of society. It's shocking that a Democrat created a bill that is actually worth supporting. This is definitely going to pass. Let's go ahead and support that. 18-2. That was in a committee. Then let's go ahead and support it. On the floor. Yep, definitely going to get on the governor's desk of hugely bipartisan support. And then we had 8 Republicans actually oppose it. I know Republicans will support renewable tax credits. So what city are you doing today? We're doing Pontiac, Michigan, out of just outside of Detroit. I know, blah, 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 blah. Pontiac, yep, we're doing Pontiac, Michigan. And then passed the Senate committee. And now passed 33-5 in the Senate. And now it has been signed into law by the governor. We got political points off of that piece of legislation. Then Republicans apparently will support a renewable tax credit. It's going to cost us $53 million. Let's go ahead and do 25.025. It's going to cost us $75 million. That passed the committee 19-0. Then support that had hugely bipartisan support, unanimous support actually. And then it passed the Senate committee. Now has been signed into law. That netted us another 50 political points. We are now at the end of 2015. So then the new city law is going to affect funding for drug courts, which is established. Universal background checks. That's actually something we can actually pass. Let's go over to crime. Let's see our universal background checks. Let's try to get that passed. And then state laws, tax reform, unemployment insurance, social services have been established, and then renewable energy tax credit. Have you ever played as the president? No, I have not. I have not won a presidential election before. Federal law is going to affect as minimum wage has gone up from $7.25 to $10 an hour, and then federal prison sentence lengths for drug crimes has, been decreased 5.9 years to 3 years. Rerun for state election, and then has denied your bill a hearing. Yep, of course. Let's see what kind of jobs we got. We got state senator, state chair for our state house campaign committee, or U.S. House of Representatives. Let's go ahead and run for re-election. Christian Reed. And then economic priority is going to be ours. Reduce income taxes. Education. Universal preschool. And poverty. And then let's do some door knocking. Name recognition 89. Interviews. Okay, I guess these are 90,000 people. Though the issue with them is that the social conservatives nay the bill. If there's a narrow majority, then it's sure to fail. Yeah, there's a very narrow majority. Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth. If you guys are seeing buffering in this video, by the way, please let me know. Speeches, rallies, Oakland County. I've seen buffering. Apparently, okay, YouTube says there's an excellent connection now. But if you see buffering, that is probably why. I actually don't know. Let's see our opponents. We are unopposed right now. Okay, we're going to be running unopposed in this primary. Awesome. We're also going to be seeing a presidential election, so please look forward to that. Marketing. Let's do some television ads. Economic growth. 10,000. We're getting a lot of support in the primary just so far. Let's do some poll data and then check the priorities. Priorities, policy support, and voter intention. Yeah. Policy support, I am getting 68% support on my policies. And then priorities is going to be education, economy, poverty, crime, taxes, etc., etc., etc. No one cares about same-sex marriage in this county, but everyone cares about education. So education is going to be a big priority of mine then. Let's open a field office, go to our finances, see what's going on here. We're getting a lot of donations right now. Interviews, just keep doing interviews, keep doing some local election stuff. We're getting 55% support among Republicans right now. Republican primary is horrible. Only like less than 10,000 people voted in a Republican primary, so we're probably not going to be running. The hard part is over. The party demographics are in your favor, so long as you do not anger your base. So we just need to do just continuous support. Maybe we can even get just Republican and Democrat support. Campaign should align to the top 3. Okay, okay. Let's attend a rally with the governor. We're going to be getting a lot of political points off of this election once we actually win. Voter enthusiasm, 81 with Democrats and 70 with independents and 56 with Republicans. Go to marketing, choose Social Security, put a decent sum of money in, and then watch public opinion go up. So marketing, then Social Security, which one is that in? Health. Oh, here it is. It's in poverty. Let's put about $20,000 in there. Nice. Then we're gonna do that. Voter enthusiasm is just like craving it. Interviews, just keep doing interviews. Interviews are really, really helping us right now. Finances, $70,000. We're getting a lot of money. Watch the presidential debate. If you elect me as president, I'll use my experience to improve the country. I'll improve education, healthcare, and the economy. Great things. I'll improve the economy, improve the budget, and improve healthcare. Let's do some more rallying with the governor. Then now these ones I actually always get confused with. I usually don't know which ones to actually pick. Battling an incumbent and got my enthusiasm 100% on everyone. They wanted a blowout. Huh, nice. Moderate. Well, that helped. Contact organizations in your community to better understand your community's needs and increase your name recognition. You can do this by clicking on the Contacts tab. Okay, so ideology, contact, organizations, attends an event, give a speech. So then congressional district 10,000. Guess there's not a lot of people in our district, which is interesting. We're doing bad on crime and guns, but the election is now. Alright, we won 79.9 to 20.1. Then we're going to go ahead and watch the presidential election. And nice. Republican blowout in the Electoral College. In my games, Virginia usually goes blue. Virginia's always been a swing state in my gameplays because for some reason, just swing states usually end up being like Indiana, Missouri, Virginia, North Carolina, Florida, Colorado. Usually those states are always the ones that are kind of like, you know, switching around. The Rust Belt usually always is too. 64 million people voted for the Republicans. I've actually had a game in which the vote tally actually was over 100 million, and I was in the year like 2040, 2045, somewhere around there, somewhere in the 2040s. Let's check the exit polls. Let's see what happened in a couple of key states along, and then I'm actually going to go over through the archive and watch the Senate, the federal legislatures. We're going to see what happened there. Let's check Michigan for one. See what happened in Michigan. And also, guys, if you are here, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Please, if you can, super chatting is always appreciated. And then going to my Patreon, supporting me on Patreon for what I do. I really want to get back into it. I'm going to be doing 2 videos a week, 1 politics and 1 gaming. If you have any suggestions for what content you guys want to see on this channel, please let me know. And Wisconsin and Iowa go more red often than Pennsylvania and Michigan. I almost said Michigan. Ohio, 48 to 51. Oklahoma, 65 to 34. Pennsylvania, 50.2 to 49.8. So it's a very close election that the independents actually were very split on in Pennsylvania. South Carolina, Michigan. Where are you, Michigan? Michigan. Montana, Missouri, Mississippi, Michigan. 50.3 to 49.7. It was separated by about 30,000 votes. 62,000 Democrats actually went for the Republicans, so that actually was a very big thing. More independents actually voted for the Republicans than the Democrats, so that's actually accounted for their loss in the state of Michigan. And then let's go over to the Senate. Let's see what's going on over here. Massive Republican gains. We had 7 Republican seat gains in this election in 2016. Wisconsin, Nevada, Colorado, Missouri, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and New Hampshire actually flipped over to the Republicans. We had no elections actually in this, so it's actually split along the lines, but now 57 Republicans control the Senate. Then let's go over to the House and see what happened over here. Republican gains of 30 seats, big Republican gains in Washington and Oregon, as well as Colorado, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Florida, Virginia, along New England, and even New York actually even flipped over. Yeah, huge Republican wins in this presidential election. State-wise, we are looking at 1 gain in the state Senate as well in the state House. Republicans gained 5 seats to get their seat total into 62. Our district is actually saved, District 35, for the state of Michigan, 36,000 to 9,000. So we're a totally solid. We're a total solid Democratic district, but. Okay, so our Senate district actually ended up staying as well. Governorship is not up for re-election until 2018. So we're going to go ahead and see what the Republicans have to say for themselves once the new term kicks into order. Welcome to your new term as a state house member. We're going to go ahead and put ourselves on the Education Committee as well as the Judiciary Committee. So we have 733 political points in this term. Medicaid expansion, they are going to try to eliminate Medicaid expansion again this term because it is too expensive. When I play the game, I usually play as a Republican, and Democrats are always winning the state legislature. Usually, yeah, see, what I usually notice is actually a lot of games where you actually play the opposite thing happens, so it's kind of more of a challenge for you. Governor opposes H.R. 4, Medicaid expansion. Let's go ahead and oppose that piece of the legislation, but it ended up passing 65 to 45. And then let's watch that legislation move through the House. Has expressed opposition to H.R. 4, promising to veto this legislation and makes it to her desk. I cannot support this legislation. Made it to the desk. There's awaiting veto or signature, and then she vetoed H.R. 4. Unemployment insurance is decreased by the Democratic governor. Then we're not going to make an amendment for it. Let's go ahead and support it. We were one of 7 Democrats to support that legislation. You failed to complete this, reduce jail sentences. What other challenges do we have? Access to higher education. We also have access to preschool. Let's go over here. Education. Low-income school grants. That's not going to pass in Republican-controlled. We have to wait for the Democrats to, like, sweep in. And guys, if you guys can share this live stream for anyone interested, please go ahead and do that. I really want to get more views as well. Once I can start doing more things. Social services is actually true, and then the governor and the legislature are still going through budget appropriation processes. But yeah, guys, if you guys can help me out in getting this live stream out there, please let me know. Along in other news, let's actually start checking to see what other news is actually going on. Let's go over, since we're actually done talking about new coronavirus news. There are 400 cases in the United States. As the number of people infected rises, 72 state and local public health labs are conducting tests. Coronavirus quarantine hotel collapses in China. Jesus Christ. And then CDC advises older Americans to stay home. Concerned. Trump supporter says coronavirus doesn't exist. See her reason. That's funny. But yeah, 400 cases in the United States. In other news, the 2020 presidential election is starting to heat up. I'm going to go ahead and get some polls coming up right now just so I can read it out to you guys. Latest polls, we are seeing the Missouri Democratic primary has Biden winning against Sanders. So that is kind of going into my theory that the Democrats can actually probably try to win. I'm really kind of mixed on it. More likely because my view count keeps on changing between like 10 and 15. That's kind of funny. But yeah, Biden is more likely going to win the entire southern region of the United States, and if that happens, he is more than likely going to become the nominee for president. And I want to know your guys' opinions. What are your opinions on the presidential election? Do you think Biden is going to beat Trump, and do you actually like Biden? What are your opinions on Joe Biden? And community development grants provides funding for community development projects. Energy assistance, we don't have that. Training for homeless, health, Medicaid. Let's go over to Medicaid. Medicaid eligibility rate. Let's go ahead and put that at... Okay, Medicaid expansion is actually true. Is that a federal? Hang on. Metrics. State, nation, laws. Healthcare. Did I pass it? Health, yes. Medicaid expansion is true federally. Okay, that's interesting. Jake from State Farm says that he likes Biden. He'll only win if the contested convention goes to round 2 and the supers vote him in. Biden will likely win the nomination. Trump slaughters Biden in general. I'm a Trump supporter, so y'all know. Yeah. And by the way, Justin Johnson, I've never seen you in my live streams before, so welcome to the channel. If any of you guys are new here, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and support me on Patreon. And super chats again are always welcome. Federal disability insurance is true. Medicaid and Medicare. So yeah, this is the first time I've actually seen a federal Medicaid expansion being true. Universal health care is a law, but the game actually tells you not to do it because it's probably unrealistic. By the way, city. Let's go over to archive. Mayoral elections. So the Democrats are actually in power in the city in Pontiac. City council. Neither party gained seats. And then the school board, neither party gained seats. I am definitely voting for Biden. Trump needs to be kept in check. Look at all that red. All of that red, that's crazy. I think the Republicans are probably going to be, 257 to 179. That is the largest party spread that I've ever seen. It's nearly 100 seats. And then we're just really going to be skipping over the 2017 electoral season. And we're going to be looking at the vote on state budget amendments, state budgets. Let's see what we got. State funding for public schools on average, the state pays for about 45% of the students' primary education. Budget funds remaining. Okay, so budget request is $9.8 billion. The governor's budget is lowering it to 7.3. The current budget is 7.3, and then the amendment makes it up to 8.5. We're going to support that piece of legislation that kind of beats it in the middle, because the department is actually asking for $9.8 billion. The governor wants 7.3, and then the amendment puts it to 8.5. So we're going to go ahead and support that, but it ended up failing. Only Democrats actually ended up supporting it. 6 opposed it, 62 Republicans opposed it, so that definitely failed. They had a GOP president day to eliminate Medicaid expansion. Yeah, what are your guys' opinion on Medicaid expansion? Do you guys actually support Medicaid expansions, or do you oppose Medicaid expansion? And if you actually oppose Medicaid expansion, why do you oppose it? Let's go over to elections and see what happened. Okay, I guess there's no city elections right now. 10 Thanksgiving parade, we're going to do that. 71% approval rating. That is the highest I have ever gotten my approval rating. Representative Austin Gabler will not seek re-election. And then State House, Governor, U.S. House, U.S. Senate are all in competition this year. As a person on Medicaid, I support it because it gets me medicine. And that is Joshua. Medicaid expansion is a waste of money. Medicaid and Medicare is fine for now. Don't support any government health care other than bare minimum aid and care. So let's see what our jobs are up for election this year. Representative, House Representative, and I believe Federal House. We would have a hard time going for a Federal District 11. Because we would really need to, like, pound ourselves in there. We don't have enough money for that. Minimalist Republicans here. Yeah, right? Here's our election history. These are actually some really cool additions by the developer. Michigan State House District 35. So actually, these are whenever you're, like, you know, moving all over the country. I say stick with State House for next 2 terms, then go for Senate. Yeah, I actually would do that. I'll do that. So let's run for re-election. Okay, so national law is going into effect. Decreases foster care funding from 64.4% to 60% exactly. SNAP. Or, no, this is WIC. WIC has been decreased from 195% of the federal poverty level to 183%. Public housing has been decreased from 15% to 12%. TANF has been decreased from 30% to 28%. Education grants have been decreased from 100% to 84%. Medicaid has been decreased from 133% to 124%. Oh my god. So many Republican, yeah, that's usually why I hate seeing the Republicans get into power so much, is like they get rid of a lot of stuff. Like, oh my god. Let's go ahead and run for re-election for State House. We're gonna pick U, economic priority. We're gonna increase the minimum wage, education. We're gonna establish a universal preschool. God, well, I don't know why I'm getting jumbled up so much. And then we are going to reduce the sales tax. Then opponents, we have no Democratic opponents so far, so I think we're going to be running against no one right now. Normally the GOP crashes the next elections if they consistently increase the poverty rate. Yeah, I believe, let's go ahead and check the national poverty rate right now. It's actually going down, but the effect is going up. Then homeless has exploded by about 100,000. Per capita income is going up. Taxes are staying the same, I believe. Yeah, the taxes are staying the same. How many people? We have 41 million people on no coverage of health insurance. Poverty effect is bad, yeah. We have 6 million military veterans, 50 million people on Medicare, and then 42 million people on Medicaid, and then 182 million people on private health insurance. Raise the budget for homes next year. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. This game is great. I recently managed to become president at the age of 68 while starting as the youngest. Huh, yeah. He's not in the federal. Yeah, I'm only in the state house right now. So we are going to be running officially unopposed. And if you guys actually do want to see more political process live streams, please let me know. And if you know anyone that is actually interested in watching the political process, please send them to my channel, because I would really, really love to do more content for you guys. State poverty, no, this is national. State poverty level is 16.7%, unemployment is 6.1, and underemployment is 10.6. Poverty level is going up. Homeless is exploding right now by a couple of thousand. Healthcare, let's see our healthcare coverage. 786,000 Michiganians are not on health insurance, but then we have these amount of people, a large amount of people actually on Medicare and Medicaid. I like the stream. Yeah, if you guys do want to see more political process, please subscribe to the channel. Please share my channel. Thanks to the Fed, the effect is increasing. Yeah, I think that is actually why. It's because of the federal action that's going on right now. Is that a reason for us to run for office? Maybe. We're actually... Oh wait, that's city. Politicians, federal... I believe this is actually probably going to be the best time for us to run. Senate. This is the Senate makeout right now. We have one Republican and one Democrat representative senator from the state of Michigan. This is probably going to change if these actions actually keep up. All of the purple states that you see right now, those are ones with split control of the Senate. Blue is Democrat, red is Republican, and then purple is one Democrat and one Republican. So Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania all have a one Democrat and one Republican. I am the Senate. Look at that Republican control over the state Senate. Wow. That is crazy to look at. One of the fun parts about being in states like this actually is because we are more likely to see big changes in state level politics. And that's one of the reasons why I love this game so much, is because I do actually love to see, you know, like better representation of just things like that. It's really fun. We actually had a turnout lowering. We had like 10,000 more people actually vote for us in the last Democratic primary. And then we are more likely to win this upcoming election. We just need to do more interviews showing the people that we are here for them. Attend fundraisers. This is Senate candidate Elizabeth Kessler. She is running for Senate. Let's see what's going on in the electoral campaign. We're running against Cameron Hooper. Let's do some campaign ads. We're going to do $50,000 on minimum wage, and then poverty, Social Security. We're going to drop $70,000 on that. Michigan has Class 1 and Class 2 elections, so 2018, 2020, 2024, and 2026, etc. Have you done Pennsylvania? That's a competitive state all the time. I have one game going on as Pennsylvania, but I didn't really like it. By the way, if you guys are seeing more buffering, that is because my YouTube's telling me that's going on, so again, I do apologize with buffering. Events, 228,000. Governor Carleen Sandy, she is still running. 28 weeks from the election. Let's do another office, do more phone banking, and then fundraising. see what our finances are looking like. We have another rally with Senate candidate Elizabeth Kessler. Do you have Europa Universalis? No, I do not. Alright, here is a giveaway opportunity. If anyone is still interested, I still have a couple more codes left for 4th generation warfare. If anyone can correctly or very narrowly guess the voter turnout, if anyone can correctly or very narrowly guess what this next election is going to look like, what the numbers are going to look like, I will go ahead and give the code to you. I have 2 more codes that I can actually give out, and I really want to hold a multiplayer match with a couple of people so we can actually have something to go with. So if anyone can guess what it's going to be whenever this election comes up, we're a couple weeks away from the election. So if you can correctly guess it or very narrowly guess what it's going to be, I'm going to show you the election archive. So State House. Let's go over here, profile. This was the last State House election. It was 79.9 to 20.1. This was for Michigan State House 35. Either that, or actually, okay, instead of guessing the number, if you can guess, over here, let's check federal. Federal. If you can guess whether Pete Sims or Elizabeth Kessler will win, and then by what margin, I'll go ahead and give the code to that person. So by what margin is Elizabeth Kessler or Pete Sims going to win? Closest one to that is going to be the winner. And then focus on issues. Filled out the questionnaire. So we got Liz by 3 points. No, usually these things are randomly generated, so we got Kessler by 2 points. I'm going to give it about 1 more minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and do it. We got Kessler by 3 points. Pete Sims by 3 points. Do we have any other guesses right here? Elizabeth by 6 points. Wow, that's a pretty cocky guess into this swing state like Michigan. All right, again, the giveaway order is who will win the Michigan State or Michigan Senate election and by what margin? By what margin will one of these candidates win the Michigan Senate election? The winner, yeah, Lazy Key, Jeb Bush by 100 points. All right, automatically Isaac will be the winner of this giveaway. Congratulations to Isaac, everyone, for guessing correctly on that election. No, that's just a joke. All right, if anyone else wants to make a guess, I'm going to go ahead and skip on to the next election. Then we win by a very hefty margin, 81.4 to 18.6, 29,184 votes to 6,687 votes. And we have no more guesses, so yeah, Jeb Bush wins the Michigan District State 35 election. And so I will go ahead and check on this federal election, and last but not least, Elizabeth Kessler has won the 2018 Michigan State election. Let's go ahead and check on this. Elections, go to archive, and Michigan is the gain, I believe. Democrats only gained 1 seat out of this election. That is because Class 1 elections were actually up. Where is this? Where am I actually able to check on this? Senate? We still have a split control. Where is it at? Senate. Oh, here it is. View all elections. And then Michigan, 54 to 46. So that is about a 9-point margin. Or, yeah, that's like a 9-point margin. That's nearly a 10-point gain. So someone is actually very close to that. Holy shit. DKM was actually right. DKM, if you can actually email me, you actually did win this giveaway. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it over to DKM for guessing the closest margin. I didn't expect. That's hilarious. GG to DKM for actually correctly guessing that there was going to be a 6+ margin between Elizabeth Kessler and Pete Sims. So again, congratulations to him. DKM, if you can actually email me, you have actually won this giveaway, so I'll be emailing you a code to 4th Generation Warfare. And again, congratulations to you for actually correctly guessing that Kessler would beat Sims by that margin. Now let's go ahead and check. It was actually a very hard fought election between Kessler and Ashton. It was actually 50-50. So that's actually really interesting to see that. And then Kessler ended up beating Pete Sims by 1.5 million to 1.8 million. So it is Michigan during midterms. Yes, it is. And again, everyone watching this video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Super chats, again, are always appreciated. And I am probably gay. No, that was a joke. Anyway, Maine was the gain. Oh, I think it's because there was an incumbent Democrat in the Class 1 district, in the Class 1 Senate election, so it actually was not a gain. The Democrats only ended up gaining the state of Maine out of this midterm election. So it ended up they just won 22 contests out of 11 contests, and again, they only gained Maine. So they ended up beating Elmo Carlisle for Brady Buckley. That was 310,000 votes to 289,000, 52 to 48. Actually, the next giveaway could actually be something similar to that. If someone can correctly... No, actually, never mind. I just got hit with it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's actually telling... Oh, no, it's buffering. Okay, I think it's actually back up. That was funny. But yeah, if you guys can see that this is working... Okay. FG. Yeah, everyone say hashtag FG in the chat. Demographics. School board is still Democratic. Oh, Pete Sims is actually from our district. That's interesting. Nice to Pete Sims for losing. Yeah, you can never beat Elmo. State District Class 1. Elizabeth Kessler is going to be representing the state of Michigan for the next 2 years. And I believe someone said that the state of Michigan is actually Class 3 as well. So we will be doing an election in 2020. So if we can actually run for 2020 election, then we could. Message from campaign opponents. Then we're going to go on to the next year. Okay, so President Clinton Popov. Excuse me? Clinton Popov? Is the Russians? The Russians got Clinton. Oh my god. Yep, 2020 Class 1 and Class 2. Yep, 2020. Which, I mean, I believe that usually, I mean, every state has at least one election, one Senate election every 2 years. What the hell is going on with my stream? Okay, so my internet connection is kind of acting a little weird today, so that's probably why you're seeing a couple of these things. Alright, so school board member Jill, I don't know how to say that, has decided to retire and will not seek re-election. If you run in this election, you have a good chance of winning. So then 52. Welcome to your new term as a state house member. We're going to go ahead and go on the Tax and Fiscal Policy Committee and then the Education Committee. So we have 1,112 we have this decreases first. So it's a complete and total decrease of income taxes. It's actually really cool to see the Democratic governor actually proposing, you know, conservative sort of legislation. They're not... So I guess finally some of the candidates are actually able to introduce legislation that's not exactly going to be like the most liberal or the most conservative. Decreasing taxes would hurt our ability to fund important programs and services, so they don't want to do it. So we're going to be losing a lot of money off of it. We have a gasoline tax. Okay, so 3 to 4, 1. We're going to not give that. We're going to decrease his tax rate from 41 cents to 34 cents. Run for president in 2020. Yes. Yes, totally. We're going to oppose. That actually passed because it split. Gasoline tax. 34 cents. Okay, yeah, we can actually support that. Oh my god, it just tied again. Run for president or you have no balls. I don't think I have balls, so I'm gonna go with the second one. Wow, we have 201 views on this political process video, so everyone, thank you for watching these videos. It really, really makes me appreciative that I do still have a lot of people that enjoy my content. So guys, again, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It really, really helps me out, guys. I'm glad that I am back. I'm glad that you guys are excited that I'm back. And I'm here to make you guys more content. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more political process. This seems more like a live stream kind of content than like, you know, regular video kind of content. So decreases third. Should I oppose? We're going to oppose. Okay, that did not pass committee. We have a gasoline tax for an amendment. 32 cents. Support. Live streams are better for me. Yeah, see, sometimes live streams are a little better for me as well. Gasoline tax. Let's support. And that did not pass. Let's introduce our own legislation, try to see if we can do something. Corporate tax, something the Republicans will like. Okay, let's do a couple of these. City police grants, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so Ezra Guevara did not allow that thing in committee. Let's do crime. Drug courts. City is true. Grants for rehabilitation. We're not going to be able to get any of these big liberal. What about legality of cannabis? Can we get that surpassed? Failed to make it out of committee 9 to 10 and will not become law. Decreased sales tax. Yes. Reducing taxes is going to be a big thing. And that's actually one of my promises that I promised for in my election. Sales tax. Hopefully it was not amended. Support. That got out of committee. If you're a good mayor or rich, you have good chance of primarying the governor. Yeah, that too. Sales tax, vote on legislation. Let's support. 6941 is going to pass, and it's definitely going to pass the Senate. Has been signed into law by Caroline Sandy. Thank you, Governor, for passing my legislation. And let's just go ahead and get a couple more tax bills through. I'm going to leave unemployment tax alone. Property taxes. Let's go ahead and decrease. No, that's going to lose us a lot of money. What is our metrics right now? State budget. We have a $3.5 billion treasury surplus. Our road trust is something that we need to work on, but that's only if I was governor. If I'm governor, then I'll work on that. But since I'm only a simple state legislator, I'm not going to worry about that right now. Here's our funding administrations. Mental health services, $226 million. And you guys might be seeing a little more buffering coming on. Funding for local schools, $6.8 billion, and that's discretionary. Let me see if I can do something with my... bit rate. I don't think it is the bit rate that's happening right now. I think it's literally because of my internet connection. If you were in your appropriations committee and had the majority, you could write the budget. It's always a challenge for you to get spammed with. Yeah, true. So in 2020, should I run for a different office? Vote on state budget amendments. State budget. So, state universities and colleges, more funding means lower tuition rates. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. That's a really good thing so you can get more people going to college. Okay. State university budget request is $2.3 billion. Governor budget, governor's requesting $1.9 billion. The current budget is 1.9, and then the amendment put it smack dab in the middle at 2.1 billion. We're going to go ahead and support that amendment, but it failed to pass. The amendment has been rejected, 47 to 63. We are being asked to run for governor and then Senate. Crime repeat rehabilitation provides funding for rehabilitation programs such as drug courts and vocational training. We have a budget request of $257 billion. The governor is requesting $231 billion. And then the current budget is $231 billion. And then the amendment is for $244. We're going to approve that. Nope. Assist the homeless. Let's go ahead and support. These are really, really starting to end on party lines. So the state legislature has finally adopted its budget for the next fiscal year. If you wait until 2024, the governor will have to hit their term limit and you can run without an incumbent. Let's see what the next year is going to look like. Senator Ian Carlin has decided to retire and will not seek re-election. And then we don't have any elections where we have a good chance of actually doing it. State law is going into effect is the sales tax decrease. City of Pontiac has increased their minimum wage from $8 to $9, which I thought, what's our minimum wage? State is $8.88. Let's get that to $9. Let's get that to $9.25. Okay, so everyone, should we run for state house again? Run for Senate, then go for governor in 2024. Do it, do it. Should we run for state house again, or should we run for Senate? What do we got? State senator, which is going to be difficult. Then we have a U.S. Senate position we can actually run for. But this one, we're going to be running against the incumbent Republican. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot more people asking for Senate, so let's go ahead and apply for that Senate seat. We're going to use Christian Reed as our guy. And then I really, really need your help on this because I do not have any experience in running for Senate. And so I'm going to actually mute my mic real quick because I have to do something, but I will be right back. I'm still going to be on the thing. Okay. So do what Palpatine did, declare yourself the Senate guaranteed seat. Yes, totally. I've just made a Senate run in California after 2 terms in the U.S. House. And then fundraise and make TV ads like your Bloomberg. Yes, totally. To be honest, Michigan isn't that hard for Senate. Yeah, I think it's because it has more of a independent base. So then we got poverty. So we got economy, budget, and then poverty. So let's go ahead and start running. We really, really need to be doing some door knocking, a lot of advertising. So I'm gonna be walking through this with you guys. So you guys are definitely going to be helping me. So we are running against Kaylee Flatter. She's 35, very liberal. So we're more of a moderate kind of person. Then the Republicans have a more full field. Okay, it looks like that Kaylee Flatter is going to be our opponent for this. And I really, really, really need to get some ads going. Good ads run during the primary. If you guys actually have any ideas, please let me know. I really, really need your help on winning this Senate seat. Advertising, economic growth. 70,000. Okay, that really killed our voter enthusiasm among the Democrats. Minimum wage, let's advertise $100,000 into that. That put our... Let's go ahead and do some internet ads as well. We really, really need to start doing some big fundraising. What you need to do is poll the highest number you can, find the topic, usually Social Security, and they're very interested in them, put a crap ton of money into marketing and get the enthusiasm up. Poll data at priorities and then ads. Okay, so poll data, priorities, policy support, and then voter intention. And then let's do some marketing interviews. Speeches, rallies, Kent County. Let's do some Kent County. Okay, I really, really need to start getting some money. Where's the PACs? Where's the PACs? Then party. Let's do some Senate Democrats, because they need to start giving me some money. Liberal Construction PAC. We really need to start pumping out a bunch of money from these guys. Liberal Communications. Liberal defense. I usually don't do attack ads because for my games they don't do much. Yeah, that's what I've noticed as well. Liberal electric utilities. Liberal banking. Liberal accountant. Liberal finance. And liberal lawyers. Then finance. Then we're getting a crap load of money from them now. Interviews apparently are doing really, really well for me. But I don't have the name recognition right now. Opponents. Kaylee is the only person I'm going to be running against. So then policy support, 60%. Economy is a big thing. Big, big thing. Economy, taxes, and Social Security. So let's go ahead and hammer down on that Social Security, like someone was saying earlier. Poverty, Social Security. Let's do 136,000 into that. And then internet ads as well. Do 100,000 into there. We're not going to run for that. Legislation. Internet ads it's different for everyone. You won't be getting money inside of the primary, or if you do, it won't be that much. Also max out your staff. Yeah. It's something I need to do. Finance staff, train all staff. And then let's open a couple other field offices as well. Finances. And then finances is going to be fine because, I mean, we're getting a bunch of donations, so that's where we're going to be getting a lot of name recognition. And in volunteers, we're going to be doing phone banking and fundraising. And then yard signs as well. Let's do 10% because we still need that name recognition. So we're getting a crap load of money. Again, let's do some more internet ads. Do 200,000 into internet ads. And then poll data, let's do some polling. And voter intention. Kaylee, Arthur Forrest. Yeah, we're losing by about like 20 points. Is for rallies and a speechwriter is good for debates. Minimum wage. 50,000. I think it's your social media manager. Let's dump some more money into internet ads. We're running out of money, actually. Let's do some more polling. Voter intention. Kaylee Flatter, we're kind of trickling up. Maybe we can get it a little close. Don't do interviews, keep with them ads. Yeah, but we're running out of money. Poverty, Social Security. Let's dump another $200,000 into Social Security. We need to really keep an eye on our finances. Television ads. We're going to be doing these every turn. Income gap general. Universal preschool. I know that's a bipartisan issue. And then Social Security. Let's dump $250,000 into that. Interviews don't do much until the federal level. Okay. Well, would it be doing that federally because of the Senate race? Senate race. Budget. No, that doesn't care. Economy. Minimum wage. $200,000. We finally got full name recognition, so let's do some polling as well. Voter intention. 46 to 54. You had a salary. Do direct mail on Republicans, telling them what they want to hear. Dump them personal funds. Yeah. I don't have any personal funds though. 189. Do you guys have any other ideas of what we can do? Do we have poll data, policy support, economy, taxes, and social security? Economy. On economy, what can we do? Ooh, that really hurt. I don't think Biden will win. Yeah, same. Economy, minimum wage, economic growth. Let's dump it on minimum wage. Are we open primary? Okay, so they can. Poll data, we're really check her policies and hit them. Opponents, Kaylee Flatter. So an economy. The continued funding is crucial. I don't think I can hit her on anything. By federal level, I mean president. Okay. She's been a representative of Michigan 5 since 2013. So we're not running against an incumbent for Senate. Okay, so poll data. Let's do a public opinion on economy. 79% support raising the minimum wage, 59% support increased government spending to improve the economy, and then 41% support cutting taxes to improve the economy. So what can we hit on that? Marketing, taxes, economic growth, poverty. So economy, minimum wage, income gap, and then economic growth. Change your priorities to the top 3 polled. Okay, so policy. So what was it? Poll data. That was support raising. Okay, increase government to improve the economy, and then policy. Economy. Increasing the minimum wage. Priority 2. Economic growth. Okay, so yeah. Increase spending, so that's something that I need to do. And then let's do interviews. So these need to be way higher, honestly. Economic growth is where I'm hurting. Door knocking, marketing, economic growth. Priority 1, economy. Priority 2, social security. Okay, hang on. Policy. Priority 1, economy. Priority 2, Social Security. Priority 3, taxes. Let's go with your guide. And then let's just reduce the income tax. Let's open like 10 more field offices. Finances. Wait. Oh, we're still getting like a shitload of money from individuals. Marketing. Economic growth. Yikes. Oh man, we're gonna lose. Minimum wage. Max out staffers. Volunteers. Delegate. Ah, shit. Okay, we're just gonna go right to the phone bank. We're gonna do 80-20. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. Taxes. Repo really hate my tax. My tax plan. Volunteers. Maintain. Oh my god, we just closed it extremely close. 61-60. Wait, hang on. Voter intention. 53-46. Damn it! Attack ads will help. Let's... But I don't have anything that I can hit her on. Decrease for lower income taxes. So, policy... Decrease in lower income... Maintain middle, and an increase high. Minimum wage. Reduce the income gap. Okay, that didn't help. Policy support is from week 3. Okay, so 1,000 policy support. Oh wait, no, hang on, that was priorities. It's economy, taxes, and social security. Can we hit another base on social security? Nope. How much money do we got? $232,000. Let's... any last-ditch efforts, guys? I have $282,000 that I can drop on something. What should I drop it on? Okay, $196,000. Minimum wage? Oh, Medicaid expansion. I don't know. Recreational use? Income tax rates? I need to drop all of my money on something. This is the last turn before the election. Or I can do an attack out on her. Sink into minimum wage, attack some ads, and universal preschool. Okay, so general education, universal preschool, teacher salaries. Let's 100,000 on teacher salaries. Universal preschool. We are extremely close. We're within like a 10-point margin of them. Social Security. Last time I did Social Security, it didn't increase at all. So I think let's go ahead and hit them on minimum wage. Minimum wage is usually like a really good go-to. Why is it not letting me do this? For some reason it's not letting me increase it like this. Blow your budget. Oh, that's why, probably. Minimum wage. There we go. Minimum wage ad. And that was it. I guess this is... Let's see. Arthur Forrest, Kaylee Flatter. We're in the lead, and we lose. 52-47. Unfortunately, we will not be able to represent. Just click at the end of the bar. Yep. And we lost. 1.3 million to 1.1 million. We lost by about 200,000 votes. Unfortunately, we will not be able to go into the Senate for this live stream. Dang. I know. Everyone, thank you so much for all that help you guys were giving me. It's really appreciate it. But we are going to watch Kaylee Flatter represent the Democratic ticket into the 2020 Senate election for the state of Michigan. Who do you guys think is going to win? Do you guys think that the Democrat will win, or do you think the Republican will win? If the Democrat actually wins this election, the both Senate representatives will be Democrat from the state of Michigan. So guys, yeah, and everyone, please put F in the chat because of my failed electoral campaign. I can never win a Senate campaign. I actually have a game where I'm running as I'm actually the governor of California, and I've tried to run for Senate in that game like several times, and I absolutely cannot win. I cannot win that Senate campaign. I've never ever been able to actually be able to win a Senate campaign. I won like several House races, but I've never been able to win Senate. So Sean Newport is going to be representing the Democratic ticket. He ran unopposed. I believe he is the is he the incumbent, actually? It doesn't say if he's the incumbent. States. Wait, okay, so... No. Let's go to state. No. Yeah, no. And then Dayton Branson is actually going to be our guy. So you're Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, basically. Democrats in... Oh, wow. Democrats gained 64 seats in the 2018 election. I completely forgot to check that. Senate, they only gained 1 seat. That's actually why, because I was paying so much attention to that. But Democrats sweeped in 2018. That was pretty interesting. Federal. So Sean Newport is going to be representing the Democrats. Is he... Okay, whatever. So let's, but anyway, guys, who do you think will actually be able to win, in 2020? Will it be Kaylee Flatter, or will it be Nathan Otter? So we're gonna go ahead and go toward the end. We're gonna watch this election unfold. 45. Then we're gonna watch the presidential election. I believe this is going to be a Democratic sweep. Nope, looks like it's going to be a Republican sweep again. Because the guy actually is running for re-election. Colorado is actually voting Republican. All right, Popov has actually won the presidential election. 289 electoral votes, 249. This is a significant decrease because he actually lost the Rust Belt in this. But he ended up picking up, not picking up, but he actually won, held on to Virginia, North Carolina, Florida, Colorado, and Nevada. So that is actually what kept him alive. But it is good to see that Michigan is voting Democratic again in this election. Hey, what is going on, Mars Tech Reviews? Welcome to the live stream. I've never seen you here, so welcome to the channel. And let's see. Kaylee Flatter has won the Senate election by a very thin margin, 2,284,099 votes to 2,241,171 votes. And let's see. Republicans have gained 4 seats. They now have a supermajority in the Senate. 60 votes to 40 votes. So the new Senate, they actually picked up Virginia, North Carolina, Maine, Colorado, and New Mexico. So now those states are represented by a Republican senator, but the Democrats ended up picking up in Michigan. So it is very good to see that Kaylee Flatter was able to defeat the Republican candidates to flip Michigan over to the Democrats. Impeach Popov, yes. Virginia has incumbents win unless they fuck up bad. Did the president actually lose a popular vote? Oh my god. Oh my god, I've never seen that before. The Republican actually lost the popular vote while winning the Electoral College. That's awesome. I've never seen that in this game before. That's awesome. So yeah, he lost by about 1.2 million votes in 2020. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. I've never been able to see that in this game before. They took Virginia, North Carolina, New Mexico, and Colorado, but we took Michigan. Yeah, we. I'm not a Democrat, boys. Please don't mistake me for one. So right here. So yeah, the Republicans actually got 5 gains, and then the Democrats got 1 gain, which was Michigan. So the net total seat gain was 4. Michigan, view all elections and district, seat gained. Nice. They should add the impeachment mechanism into the game. Yep. He actually, the guy who makes this game actually does want to do that. So we will be able to see that. So this is actually a really interesting map right here. We actually see, like, you know, we have 5 gains for the Republicans, but then the Democrats actually canceled it out with Michigan. So it's actually really interesting to see a map like this. And then presidential map is very interesting to see 289 electoral votes, 249, with the Democrats actually winning the popular vote. 2020 in the House, our district was gained by the Republicans. I don't know if that was a gain. Republicans gained 50 seats back against the Democrats' previous election. They actually are now in control of the state delegation from Washington. And then we had a couple... Let's see what happened in Michigan. North Carolina, Michigan. Can we see which districts flipped? Okay, so Shaw Newport actually ended up losing in that election. If we actually probably tried to win the House election, we probably wouldn't have been able to keep this district. Ellen Appledorn was actually able to defeat the incumbent Democratic... Actually, that was the incumbent, so we would have had a hard time anyway. I just won a presidential election as an 18-year-old. That's funny. I was president and had to put taxes all the way up to 100%. How much does this game cost? It's like 14 bucks on Steam. It's really fun. But yeah, the Republicans were able to defeat the incumbent in Michigan's District 11, which is our district, 53 to 47. 198,116 votes to 176,645 votes. So that was pretty interesting to see the Republicans actually do that. That was their only gain, actually, in the state of Michigan. They had several gains in the state of Minnesota. They had one gain in that was a gain. They had one gain in Michigan or Missouri 6. They had one gain in North Carolina, which was District 13. So very, very interesting Republican sweep of this election. Texas 23 actually flipped. Utah District 4 flipped. Virginia District 4 flipped. I can't wait to see actually, like, house maps of these districts. It's going to be really interesting. The only thing that the guy has to account for is actually redistricting, unless he wants to go with one specific map. So yeah, it's a really good, it's a really fun game. I really like it, and it's being updated constantly. It's still in early access, so I love it. I love it. Let's see our Senate district maps. So beginning in 2016, that was it. Then in 2018, this was the representation right here. There was only one Democratic gain in there. Virginia is the best state. Yeah, totally. Sure. House district. So what I see usually is like these big seat like differences. 64 seats to 50 seats. Oh, okay. Here's the county map, actually. Here's the county map for 2018 in the gubernatorial race, which is really cool whenever you see the Senate. And do we actually have... No, that's only for gubernatorial. So here's the county map for the state of Michigan in 2018. And then these are always going to be popping up so you can actually see what happens. Yeah, I highly doubt redistricting is going to be a thing because it's so weird, so I really don't know. Let's see. State House. 6 seats were gained by the Republicans. That puts their total at 61. Democrats. Democrats were able to hold on to the city of Pontiac. School board. Usually I don't see a lot of changes going on in the school board or city council. I don't know if that needs to be changed or not. What do you guys think about that? West Virginia is better, almost heaven. Oh man, I love that song. I always love going over the information. I haven't... Oh wow, the state house is 50-50 now. What the hell happened in the state? State house. Republicans gained 6 seats. Let's go to the next year. State house, huh? What happened? Was it 50-50? State. Governor. 2018 is 2021. Local election districts are hyper-partisan. Yeah, that's what I noticed about them, is that they're like so partisan that usually you're not really going to be able to see a lot of changes between them. Let's go to House. Minnesota is... Look at this. The Rust Belt in Minnesota. This whole area right here is Republican. This is really cool. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, Indiana, and even Illinois are all Republican. I have never been able to see that before. I would be surprised if California goes Republican in our lifetime. And this is not like state level. This is actually just what their House delegations are. So it's really interesting to see that these states are actually voting Republican, including even Illinois. I highly doubt that it's over in Cook counties where all these votes are coming from, but a lot of these outer bands right here, those are the counties that are probably going to the Republicans. I am seeing a little bit of trending blue, including even in Georgia and Texas. Arizona seems to be in the middle right now. Party percentages don't change in game, yeah. Republican gains of 50 seats. And again, that was our seat that actually ended up flipping. I have an idea. We don't have a job. Let's go ahead and skip to 2022 and let's try to see if we can beat Ellen Aberdorn. And then once I actually beat Ellen Aberdorn, we can actually go ahead and call this a live stream. So, offices, jobs. Let's run for house. We're going to go with Christian Reed. Economic priority. We're going to increase the per capita income. We're going to take our district back. That is going to be our goal. And then poverty. Odd, it looks like it does based on those changes. Oh, by the way, what's going on, Philip? Welcome to the live stream. Let's do Social Security as a second one. And then taxes are going to be our third. So how much money do we got? Let's dump. Oh my god, we have no money right now. Okay, so we got some money coming in though. So then let's see our opponents. We're going to be going against two other opponents right now. We have the name recognition. We may even have the political points. Let's do a poll. Let's do policy support and voter intention. Arthur Forrest, we're probably going to get the nomination. So if we're doing these rallies, actually, we're getting a lot of Democratic support. Okay, we're definitely getting Democratic support. Okay, so the backing will change by proxy then, maybe? I don't know. Since we're actually way ahead of the nomination process, we're just going to go ahead and skip forward to the election. And I really want to see how difficult this election is going to be. Okay, Arthur Forrest. We're probably easily going to be able to get onto this on this primary nomination. Okay, so we got 54.7% of the vote, and then Ellen Aberdorn is actually going to be able to represent her ticket. It was a good victory, but we have to struggle ahead of us. Your opponent has a larger base supported than us, so we have to steal some voters if we hope to win. This means we need to adjust our campaign platform to appeal to the largest possible audience. Independent voters will be very important. Voter turnout will also be important. If you can increase your voter enthusiasm while decreasing the voter enthusiasm of your opponents, you may be able to sway voter turnout in your favor. With a good strategy and a little luck, we may be able to win. So I need your guys' help on getting voters to actually come over to us. So we're going to be dependent on these independent voters, which we're getting 66% of. What is he running for? Michigan 11. Yes, we are for Michigan 11. Staff, let's go ahead and do that. And then volunteers, let's go ahead and open about 15 campaign offices. Rally with State House representative. And then fundraisers. Events. We're getting a little bit of these independent voters. If you guys, again, direct mail voting to independents. Economic growth, let's ask for there. Okay, so we got the voter enthusiasm up for those guys. And Social Security was another one. Actually, let's do some poll data. Voter intention for one, and then priorities as well. Oh my god. Voter intention, we're gonna get 95% of the vote if the election was held today. We're going to destroy Ellen Aberdorn. Policy support, economy, taxes, and budget are top priorities for the constituency. So economy, independence, definitely want the economy. So let's hammer that down. I don't even think we even need to do a lot now because of that. We're gonna increase minimum wage. And again, spam next turn until week 43, do all of your campaigning then. Yeah, see, usually I like to do that. Especially whenever I really just have like a base that I don't really have to mess with. Okay, that really helped us with the independence. If I can hold on to my, yeah, everyone start spamming Rect Ellen 2022 into chat. Everyone just start doing that. Just Rect Ellen 2022. I'm also gonna change the title of this live stream. I'm gonna call it Michigan State Politics live stream. It's probably a little clickbaity, but I don't care. Then week 44, let's do the questionnaire. Let's do a rally with State House Representative Sebastian Perry from Michigan 37. Then we have a rally in Wayne County as well. Aha! Also, don't spam it that much because, I mean, I do believe YouTube bans you for that. Okay, poverty. Let's do Social Security as a last-ditch effort. We're going to dump about $300,000 into that. And let's go to the election. And we plowed Ellen Appledorn in the State House election. So we're now representative of Congressional District 11 from the state of Michigan, and we are going to be joining everyone else. Let's go ahead and check on the election for the state of Michigan. Michigan just swept blue. There was a blue wave across the states of Michigan and Minnesota, as well as Pennsylvania. There was a blue wave in Maine as well. It was an absolute blowout. There was some sort of blue wave. The Democrats now do control the House of Representatives for the 2022 House of Representatives general election. Let's go ahead and check some of the districts. If you guys have any districts you want me to check on, please let me know. Florida, District 7, 10, 18, 26, 27. I've all flipped to the Democrats. Illinois, District 6, 10, 12. Not the good kind. And there was also Michigan's District 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 11. All of those ended up flipping over to the Democrats. So again, we do see some sort of blue wave happening in the state of Michigan. We need to hold on to our seat. So if we actually are able to do that, Minnesota's actually another state that I actually wanted to look at. Minnesota 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, all flipped toward the Democrats. Virginia District 10 is a request. See if anything happened to Virginia District 10. No, the only districts that flipped in the state of Virginia was 1, 2, and 4. And then West Virginia, was District 3. Jimmy Rhodes actually ended up taking that seat. Washington, District 8 actually flipped. Minnesota went 8-1, D to R, yeah. Very interesting elections going on right now. Senate elections, let's go ahead and check on that. And wow. 11 seat gains for the Democrats in the 2022 elections, 51-49. The Republicans, the Republican Party had a supermajority. They had 60 seats in the Senate, and they just got blown out of the water in the 2022 elections. Nevada, Colorado, Missouri, Iowa, Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Florida all flipped to the Democratic Party for a total seat gain of 11 seats. They absolutely blew the Republicans out of the water. This is a deadly, deadly Senate election for the President of the United States, again, who lost the popular vote in the 2020 elections. This is a huge message toward the current administration that he is not working, that his policies are not working for this country. Let's go ahead and check on federal politics. Let's see what's going on here. We have a $373 billion federal deficit. Let's see what kind of laws are changing. We have abstinence-only sex education. He has been in here for 2 terms. He got rid of Medicaid expansion. The federal Medicaid expansion has been destroyed. I don't know when, because I don't pay attention to a lot of these seats, a lot of these laws that they're changing. I really need to. Lester Cooper has been elected as a new senator for Pennsylvania, defeating incumbent Senator Buford Hobbs. Cooper will take office at the beginning of the year. New governor elected. We are holding on to the governorship of the state of Michigan. U.S. Representatives loses re-election. He's been defeated by Arthur Forrest in this week's general election for the Congressional District of 11. This was an absolute blowout for the Republican Party in local elections and federal elections. This is very, very interesting to see. 243 congressional representatives for the Republican Party were representing their districts, and then they now have 240 to 195. So we're going to go ahead and go into the new year. We're going to select our committees, and I'm going to go ahead and end off this live stream here. So that was a very interesting couple of years that we have been playing as the state of Michigan. Let's go ahead and play on the Judiciary Committee, and we're going to do the Education Committee. Then we have subcommittees that we can choose. Let's go ahead and play on the Higher Education Workforce Training Committee. We can only have one committee that we can actually play for. Run for president, only the PAC monies. Only for PAC monies. Yeah, true. That is actually a really good idea to run for president over. Let's do... I think we can only choose one subcommittee. And then we have another subcommittee. We can do Immigration and Border Security. This subcommittee is jurisdiction over legislation concerning immigration policy, including how many immigrants to allow into the country each year. So we're going to do Immigration and Border Security. And then I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream off here. Or should I actually... Should I actually do that? Let's see what kind of legislation we can actually introduce. Because I rarely ever play in the federal legislature. Immigration, family immigration, work immigration visas, diversity immigration, refugee immigration, and path to citizenship. Let's see what we can do right here. That would allow 9.5 million people to receive visas. I think I'm going to go ahead and play through a year on here, and then I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream off, because I've been live streaming for like 2 hours. So since you guys actually want to see me keep going, I'll go ahead and do that. Vote on the budget resolution. Let's see what kind of budget resolution we're looking at. The budget resolution is not a law. It is a congressional guideline that expresses how much money the federal government should collect and spend. The resolution divides the federal budget into multiple categories and then places a limit on how much money can be spent in each of those categories. The Appropriations Committee uses those category limits when creating appropriations bills. The bills that authorize how much money each government agency and program can spend. So this is going to be the House resolution. Increase $1.2 billion to defense. So we have a total increase Expenditure of $593 billion. Vote with the party and vote against GOP. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that a couple of times. I usually vote with how I think about it, but I need to start voting with my party a lot more. Defense. That's interesting that there's a lot more spending going elsewhere, including house and urban development. Social services, $500 million. Let's go ahead and support. So we voted along with our Democratic colleagues. Let's just give it a couple. Vote on the budget resolution conference report. Authorized revenue is $4 trillion. Authorized expenditure is $3.7 trillion. Let's go ahead and support that. 66 to 34. Okay, we got a lot of bills that we gotta vote on. So we have rural rent assistance, we have WIC, gasoline tax, and Medicare. Let's go ahead and look at Medicare first. Increases Medicare payroll tax from 1.45 to 3.6. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not going to be voting for that piece of legislation. Everyone is saying support HR 1, 2, 3, and 4. Party leader is saying support HR 1, 2, 3, and 4. But the caucus leader is saying oppose all of them. Alright, boys, should I support or oppose? Oh, wait, these are amendment opportunities. Amendment, let's amend this. Go against them. Don't support them. Everyone's saying don't support them. Let's go ahead and amend this. Put that at 3%. And then amendment vote for Medicare. I'm going to support. So that was denied, actually. So legislative vote on Medicare. Let's oppose. Okay, that actually ended up passing. Only 19 Democrats actually voted against it. But everything else we're going to go ahead and vote against. Oh my god, 8! Are you kidding me? Let's introduce an amendment. Let's put that at 25 cents, okay? Calm down. Okay, let's put that at 30 cents. We're going to support that amendment. 272 to 163. Only 77 Democrats voted for it. So let's support. Let's oppose. Oh, that actually passed. Okay, rural rent assistance. Let's put that at 50%. 50.1. Let's support that amendment. And then we're going to support the legislation. Okay, so we're getting support of the... So we're voting along the party lines. That's really what I want to do. So these are all going to be going to the Senate. And an amendment hearing on WIC. 175 to 193. Let's put that at 185. Continue. And then let's do that. Support. 268 to 167. And then let's support the legislation. 230 to 205. 10 Democrats actually voted against it. Okay. Finally. Public housing. Increases eligibility from 9% to 14%. Let's put it at 10. Public housing support. Both chambers of Congress have passed different versions of the same bill. The bill will now go to a conference committee, which will make the versions identical and send resulting bill back to both chambers of a final vote. Yikes. Okay, let's support that. And then we got TANF, 27 to 29. We're going to say no to an amendment, and then we're going to support it. Oh, actually. Okay, that failed. Vote on legislation, TANF. Let's support. Amendment hearing, H.R. 5, Defense Appropriations Bill. Provides $500 billion for corresponding programs and departments. Let's say no to an amendment and then just support. Decrease the spending from $500 billion to $486 billion. Let's oppose. Because I don't want lower military spending right now. So we got the Justice Bill. Provides $88 billion in funding. Let's say no to an amendment. Commerce, Justice, and Science Appropriations, $87 billion. Let's support that amendment. 435 people have voted for it. Homeland Security, $62 billion. Let's say no to an amendment. Labor, Health, and Human Services, $2.2 trillion. Jesus Christ. See ya, Joshua. Well, thank you for attending this live stream. We're going to say no to an amendment. Veterans Affairs, we're going to say no to an amendment. Transportation and Housing and Urban Development, $161 billion, no. Oh wait, I was supposed to vote on that. Democratic presidential primary. Got a lot of people on the field. Federal presidents. We got a lot of people on these fields. Jesus Christ. Got more and more people withdrawing before the first votes are even cast. Run for re-election. Let's say yes. Christian Reed. We're going to do one more election, then I'm going to end the live stream. We are going to increase the minimum wage. We're going to say that Social Security is our number 2 priority, and poverty is going to be a big thing. Interview, we just need to make sure we got someone running against us in the primary. Let's go ahead and see if he is a threat. Arthur Forrest, looks like he's not. Because I already have support. Got Wayne County. Then we got to make sure that we are able to hold on to our seat. Okay, we're definitely going to be able to hold on. Okay, hang on. Okay. Your opponent has a larger base of supporters than us. Let's check, because, I mean, we defeated our opponent in a blowout last election, but I highly doubt that is going to be the case this time. Let's get minimum wage on our side. We need to make sure that our independent voters are actually... So let's do a poll data. Let's do another policy support. Let's do policy support and voter intention. 51 to 48. This is going to be a very hard election. Social Security. It's going to be a big thing for us. Social Security. 120,000. So let's go forward a couple of times. 5 weeks. Let's do marketing. Wait, no, not that. Direct mail, that's it. Let's get independence on our side. 269,000. Then minimum wage. General, let's do some more on that. We really need to hammer down these independents. Okay, I don't want to do economic growth. I really can't seem to get something for that. Budget, economic growth. No, let's just do a general budget analysis. Education, universal preschool is going to be something that a lot of people are going to like. We're 70% on presidential nominee Astra Kuhn wants to visit us. We really need to be hammering this down. Give speech. Rallies. Do more rallies. Fundraising. 5 hours. Let's see if we can keep our seat. Because this seat seems to be like a really big swing district. Okay, we are like 2 days from the election. Voter intention and policy support. 53 to 46. We're really holding our lead. 62 to 55. Awesome. Max out the staffers. Oh my god, I haven't even been doing this staffing. Oh boy. Let's do some field officing too. Phone bank. Events, interviews. Let's hammer down those interviews. Door knocking, overall marketing. Please, please, please. Let's put a shitload of money into our opponent. Reduce taxes, government handouts do not eliminate poverty. Okay, so we can hit her on that. She supports Social Security. I do not believe a universal preschool. Okay, let's hit her on that. Universal preschool is going to be a big thing. Marketing. Attack ad. And universal preschool. And then minimum wage is going to be our final act. So we're really good. We're really good on the economy, education, and poverty. So let's do these final rallies and fundraisers. And our final nail in the coffin for this election is going to be just general economics. Let's do a final poll. Let's do approval rating, voter intention, and voter enthusiasm. Voter intention 50. Oh my god, this is going to be a close election. 62 to 55. Let's do one final nail. And let's make that minimum wage. Let's watch this election. It's going to be very close. Can we hold our seat? Come on, come on. Yes! Oh my god, that's a close one. That's a very close election. 50.9 to 49%. Wow, that was close. That was a very close. Oh god, that was a nail biter. I really want this guy to actually make I really want this guy to make some slower election times, because if he actually does that, it is going to be very exciting, because I think these things go by way too fast. So I think that's going to be something that I've requested of him. So yeah, guys, if you guys like this video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're going to go ahead. Do you want to watch the presidential election? Yes, sir, we do. Democrats are going to be taking the presidency in this election term, and we're also going to be looking at a lot different from 95 to 5, so yeah. Democrats have flipped, so we're going to be expecting Michigan and Wisconsin are going to be flipping as well. Democrats have won the presidency. Democrats have taken the presidency, 377 electoral votes, 261 electoral votes, 76 million people voted for the Democratic nominee, 264 million in the Republican nominee. Democrats have flipped Florida. They flipped Alaska. Democrats flipped Alaska. Wow. They flipped West Virginia. This entire section of the country has flipped toward the Democrats. Definite Democratic sweep. I can especially think so. They have gained 2 more seats in Indiana and West Virginia for the next 6 years. And then in the House election, Republicans actually gained in the House. Interesting. Archive. Let's see the archived elections. Very, very interesting. Oh, wow. Very, very awesome. 2022 elections, the governorship actually still remained Republican or Democratic. So definite. Here's the county map. So now we can finally see the county differences. In the Democrats actually seem to gain all around these counties. And this is our county right here. Interesting. So 2024 State House, State Senate, Democrats gained 1 seat in the Senate, and then Republicans gained 17 seats in the House. So we are now seeing a split House of Representatives in the state of Michigan. So if you guys want to see more of the state of Michigan, please let me know in the comments below. Maybe in the future we can still run for that Senate seat or even governorship in the future. So guys, if you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I know probably we're gonna have a lot more trouble in the future for this House district seat, so have a feeling though if we do lose in the future, we will not be able to. We're definitely gaining more political points as well. So guys, if you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Please leave a super chat if you can. Go to my Patreon and support me on Patreon as well. So if you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Please go watch my other videos, and if you want to see more of this, please let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So again, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.